Hello, and welcome to the Southern Belle NOLA channel. I'm your hostess, Southern Belle, and this is the Bargains by Belle auction with a very special holiday issue. This is our Mardi Gras Marketplace. So let me start by saying to everybody, Happy Mardi Gras! So I hope everybody is having a great Mardi Gras today. And it is such a delight to be able to host this special celebration and auction episode. Where else can you celebrate an authentic New Orleans Mardi Gras and have a little auction other than on the Southern Belle NOLA channel? So, even if you're not in New Orleans, you are in New Orleans with me since I'm here broadcasting from a suburb of New Orleans. So, let me start saying hello to some people. I see we have my moderator, Lisa M. Adventure. Welcome. Thank you so much for all you do here on my channel. I want to say hello to Crochet Queen Kathy, to Casey Collin, to Brandon's Adventures. So great to see y'all tonight, and happy Mardi Gras. Let me make a few channel announcements. The first announcement is that Wednesday and Thursday are my packing and invoicing days. So if for some reason you need to add something else before I pack up your items, or if you need to schedule a different date for billing or shipping, let me know. Then we're going to be back with more Bargains by Belle on Friday and Saturday and Monday and Tuesday. So, for anybody new that is watching or anybody watching the replay, let me tell you how this is going to work. So, we've got the registration link pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead and click on the registration link. And this just lets me know where to send your invoice and where to send the items you win. Once you've registered, then you can bid in the chat. How do you bid? Well, you bid in numbers. That way we know you're bidding rather than just talking. And, well, I got my box today. I want to post it. My phone won't let me. I am getting a new one this weekend. Okay, why don't you message me on Discord about it, or we can do a Discord call or a video call, voice call. Let's totally talk about it. And in fact, everybody might like to see it. I'm sure Lisa would. Okay. So when you're bidding, bid in numbers in the chat. That way we know you're bidding and we have a legal representation of how much you promised to pay. I do want to let everybody know this is a real auction. You are absolutely obligated to pay for everything you bid on. All sales are final. All bids are binding. The only time you can retract a bid is during the auction, and where is, and all sales are final. The methods of payment that I accept are Zelle. Zelle's my preferred method of payment just because Zelle charges no fees. Not to you, not to me, not to any. They're through the banking system, which is how it's guaranteed. But of course, I also accept PayPal because PayPal is how I can accept your bank cards, your debit cards, your Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and even Venmo. That way, I never see your privacy information or your numbers. The method of shipping that I use is called Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is a discounted shipping service that works with both UPS and USPS in order to get you the lowest rates. The low rates are based on three criteria: the distance from your zip code to mine. I'm shipping from a suburb of New Orleans, Louisiana, which is how I can have an authentic Mardi Gras celebration. And also based on the weight of your package and the dimensions of your package. Okay, let me welcome a few more people that came in while I was giving all of my legal disclaimers. So, hello to Linda. Hello to my moderator, Monet. Hello to Jennifer Chesney. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This auction will have a low $1 starting bid, and we're going to have everything from Mardi Gras beads to parting supplies to Mardi Gras decorations to even some antiques. And if we are running quickly on time, I may even just sell off a few things that happen to be purple or green or gold. So we'll see how the time goes. So the bidding increments for this auction will be a low $1 bidding increment. I had a hard time finding anything for the Belle's Bargain Bonanza round, but Lisa said, you've got those fancy gold paper plates. That will work with the purple, green, and gold, especially since you've got a lot of supplies, since while people are waiting for parades, they are eating and drinking and cooking out and picnicking and everything else. And I will warn you, I'm having a little bit of allergy and sinus issues. So hopefully I won't get to sneezing tonight. But anytime we have a warm day and then a cold night, the pressure temperature changes just tend to get to me. I am so sorry if y'all are having problems. YouTube has been weird lately. And of course, I'm streaming from StreamYards, so I'm seeing it from a different angle than y'all are. But I want to wish everybody a happy Mardi Gras. And for those of you who don't know, Mardi is the word that means Tuesday in French. So Mardi Gras is always on a Tuesday. And gras means fat or big because it's fat or big with celebration and revelry. So that's the name and the meaning for Mardi Gras. And if anybody has any other questions about Mardi Gras, I am more than glad to answer those as part of this celebration, because it is both part of celebration and cultural awareness, as well as an auction. Belle, is it not you? It is our phone. Okay, well, I have kind of some choppy internet since I'm here in the middle of the swamp. And Linda reminds everybody that I tend to break up for the first few minutes, and then it kind of just even, it's kind of like going on a date. At first you're all nervous, and then by the time you order food and it arrives, you've kind of broken the ice, and then the conversation's rolling. So it's kind of like that at my auctions too with the internet service. Oh, really? Well, I try to announce it every night. Sometimes the announcement comes at the very beginning before everybody has tuned in. But Zelle helps so much since it's just a transfer from your bank to my bank. That way, I'm not paying huge fees. PayPal charges fees just like credit card companies charge fees, because every time they have to process your numbers, running it through their system taxes their system. Banks already have your numbers and they're already processing your account for everything else, which is why there's no fees. And also how it's guaranteed. Plus, I don't know about y'all, but I like to be able to have a real place I can walk through the door if there's ever a problem. So that makes me just feel better. And Lisa is one of those people who didn't start out paying with Zelle. And once she changed to Zelle, it became so much easier. Easier for her, easier for me. Okay, let's see who's ready to begin. Or if anybody has any questions about Mardi Gras, I am more than glad to field those questions. I feel like kind of everybody knows about it or hears about it, although there are some misconceptions. They stream all of the beautiful parades with the lavish floats on live cameras. In fact, one night via Discord, because you can share your screen and you can stream. I was streaming with one of my moderators, and we were looking at some of the floats, and she was asking me to kind of talk through the whole system. And one of the things that really surprised her is she didn't realize that you don't drive floats. Floats are so huge and are usually double deckers. They're outfitted with lights, and there's room for several dozen people to stand on each side. She, for some reason, thought you like drove them like a big semi truck or something. And she didn't realize that they were pulled by tractors. Oh, I'm so glad you got your box, Linda. Congratulations. I hope you love everything. Oh, that's so sweet that you would have been paying that way. Okay. Well, on the registration form, I do mention it, but a lot of times people don't remember a little form they see for 2 seconds because a lot of people fill it out just quick, quick, quick so that they can bid. Okay, well, Lisa's ready to begin the Belle's Bargain Bonanza round. So here's what I have. I have some elegant gold paper plates. We've got the large dinner size. We have the small luncheon or dessert or cake size. And we have the large dinner napkins. Your choice. Okay, looking for $1. Okay, Kathy's in for $1. You know, this gold is going to go with everything. And it kind of gives it an elevation too. So whether it's a birthday, whether it's a retirement, whether it's just a Tuesday. Oh, yay, you got yours from me, Casey. Have you tried those cakes yet? I opened one of those last weekend to try the chocolate stout one, and it was so moist and delicious. Okay, Kathy's in for one. Anybody want to go up to $1.50? Okay, looking for $1.50. Welcome back, Renee. Oh, I'm so glad. I love to have happy customers, especially when they're first time customers. Does anybody else remember the first time you purchased something from me? I know some of y'all have been purchasing from for years, even before I had my own auction, and some of y'all have started purchasing recently. That is one of my favorite things is to hear stories from first time buyers, especially when they loved what they got so much that they kept buying. How many large plates? I believe I have 12 sets. 12 sets. Okay, Kathy's going to take 6. That's a nice big stack. Okay, let me put those in the sold bin. Okay. Anybody else? I've still got more large plates, I've got small plates, and I have the big luncheon napkins. Last call. And if there's anybody who hasn't seen my Buy It Now video, it is full of delicious food, candy, truffles, chocolates, cakes. I've even got a little stovetop in there, some stuffed marshmallows, and beautiful food galore. Also, great gifts for Easter baskets. Okay, and Linda's going to go for two of the large plates. Okay, excellent. Anybody else or anybody need some matching napkins? Because I find even when I use my real dishes, sometimes I just need napkins to go with the real dishes. So even when I use real dishes, I will still use the paper dishes because I tell you, washing those cloth napkins, that's just a nightmare, especially trying to get out ladies' lipstick. Oh, that's a nightmare. Erin Scott, hello, hello. Oh, that's okay, sweetheart. We know you're busy and your heart's always with us, even if you aren't here in the chat. Okay, last call. Okay, let me move these aside. Let's get on with the auction. Let's see, where should we start? Well, I think the most quintessential Mardi Gras item are the beads. And I've got lots of different types of beads. I'm going to start these beads out at $4 for an entire dozen. $4 for an entire dozen. And you will see this first grouping of them are multicolored. Basically, Mardi Gras beads fall into two categories. There are mass manufactured ones, which is what these are. And then there are some special novelty art beads that are strung. They're strung like real jewelry. So I'm starting first with the mass manufactured beads. These will be sold in dozens. The strung beads will be sold individually. So I'm going to have some that are all colors, which we call wafers, and then I'm going to have some of the purple, green, and gold. So I do want to show you that here's another one because I do have multiple sets of these because they are from different companies. They're going to be different assortments of color. This one has some orange in it. I don't see any orange in this one. So I just want to let you know it's truly going to be assorted. So, and the assortment won't necessarily be the same, just depending on what company mass manufactured them. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa must be looking really close in order to see what my shirt is. Oh, okay. Anybody want to go to 5? Otherwise, we're going to count this down and we'll see how many of these Linda wants. And you can use these as souvenirs. You can use these to give out at parties, especially if you have a Mardi Gras themed party. There's lots of crafting opportunities for these as well. Did we get these counted down, Renee? Well, Linda, keep in mind you might want to wait for the purple, green, and gold ones too. Those are the signature colors of Mardi Gras. You'll see that they make those as well. So within the colors, there are assorted, and there's purple, green, and gold. Oh, that's okay, Erin. So the two types of Mardi Gras beads are the mass manufactured and the strung. And in coloration, there's the sorted and the purple, green, and gold. Okay, anybody interested then? Let me see, kind of show y'all next to each other how they differ in color. So this one has some turquoise in it and some oranges in it. This one has some various blues in it. You can see they all look a little bit different. Oh, Linda retracted. Okay. Anybody else for any of these dozens of Mardi Gras beads? Okay. Well, let me clear these off if there's no interest then. And we'll just get to the purple, green, and gold then. Last year's show, I started out with the purple, green, and gold, but it seemed like people liked the assorted better. So I thought, well, I'll start with the assorted. Okay, here is the purple, green, and gold. And something else you will see, these are going to start at $4 too. Something else you will see that some are a little bit of a smaller millimeter and some are a little bit of a larger millimeter. Let me give you a close up here. So if you prefer larger or smaller, you can let me know that. I'm going to sell them for the same price because I don't have a way to measure which is which millimeter. And I do want to let everybody know that these are thrown for Mardi Gras floats. So therefore, even though they are new with tag, they've been touched by all of the people in the factories, in the warehouses, everybody on the float, everybody that, caught it or handed it around or even through the rain, because we have had really rainy weather. So therefore, I want you to know that sometimes they will have a grime to them, a dust to them. There's no way I can clean off anything and everything. So, okay, let me see if I can catch up on what's going on. Okay, Linda, you want one of each? Is that correct? Moderators, y'all help me out, please. Okay. But for those people who would prefer something in the package, this is how they come in the package. Now, these they took out of the package and then through. Sometimes they don't even bother to take them out of the package. So if you'd prefer to have some in packages, I'm more than glad to send you the ones in packages. Okay, so I think what Linda is saying, Lisa and Renee, y'all help me out. She wants both the assorted and the purple, green, and gold, and she wants the larger. Is that correct? Okay. If so, let me grab some of those for Linda. Okay. So then I think, Linda, here's an assorted in the larger. Here's a purple, green, and gold in the larger. I think this is what you're buying, and $4 each, correct? Okay, if I'm correct, just put correct. Because a yes and no, I'm 100% sure what the yes and no is about. Okay, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to put that in the scroll camper. All right, anybody else? Oh, I should have gotten one from the floor instead of taking my display. We put another large one on display. So with the purple, green, and gold, they're always going to be the same colors. That's one thing you don't have to worry about with purple, green, and gold. Hi, Miss Phyllis. Okay. Anybody else interested in the classic beads in the dozens? These are the mass manufactured ones. Now, those people who are on floats who are thrifty will sometimes open these and toss them one at a time. Most people will toss you a whole dozen at a time. It just depends how many they could afford, because you have to remember it costs tens of thousands of dollars to ride, and then throws are tens of thousands. Okay, Lisa's in for 4. Lisa, what are you buying? And how many? And thank you, everybody, for being here. To anybody who's just started watching, happy Mardi Gras! Okay. All right. Last call on these. Okay. Now, sometimes somebody will say, do they ever make Mardi Gras beads in solid colors? It's pretty rare, but they do. Here is one in all green. Here is one in a beautiful turquoise. I still have a sealed bag in the pearls. Put those up here. And I had one more. Maybe not. Okay. Any interest in the solid colors? Hi, Kristen. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll clear these off. Okay, since there was no interest on those, I've now got a set of gold and black. Still 40. These might even be the colors of your favorite team. Our New Orleans team uses these. Okay, last call on these. Next, we're going to go up to some specialty beads now. These are going to be $6 a dozen, which means they're 50 cents. Okay, this is assorted, and you'll see this is how it's packaged. Still 1 dozen in here. And these are so cool. In between the beads, they have these pretty little medallions. So extra fancy, which is why these are $6. The next choice, also in multiple colors, and you will see these also have big shaped beads, super shiny and glittery, long. So that's why these are 6 for an entire dozen. Next, I've got these octagonal beads. Super shiny and gorgeous. They're also going to be the third choice. $6 for the entire dozen. Each of these is a one and done. Lisa's in for 6. So remember, even though they are 6, they're still 50 cents each. So if you're planning to open these to give them out for some kind of party, still going to be affordable. Oh, did Linda want the pearls? These would be so pretty for Easter, for spring, for a wedding. So pretty. You could do so many crafts for the, if there's any crafters out there. Just imagine winding this around a lamp, winding it around a wreath, winding it around a picture frame. Okay, so the pearls going to Linda. Thank you so much. Okay, meanwhile, on these specialty dozens for the low price of $6, remember, you're getting an entire dozen. I only have one each. So if somebody's waiting for second choice may not come because they're all one and dones. I've got one more specialty dozen, and then after this, we're selling everything individually because they're all the fancy strung beads. So they're basically made by jewelry. Oh, to dress up your curtains, like as a tie back. I love it. Love it, love it. Super creative. That's going to be elegant. Oh, you've got to upload a what I bought at auction picture so we can see how pretty it looks at your house. I love when Renee and Lisa and Cool Ranch upload. That is my favorite thread on the Discord is the what I bought at auction. Okay, let me walk you through the 3 types. Okay, the third type, let me see if I can show a close-up. These are octagonal. So they're kind of boxy, they're kind of geometric, and it's assorted. Then the one in the middle has these elongated, multi-sided. These are nice and thick in a variety of really pretty colors. And then the ones in the sealed bag, you'll see these have geometrics along the bead row. Anne Marie, so great to see you. Happy Mardi Gras. Okay, Lisa's going to take the middle one. This is kind of the biggest one. So if you're going to separate these and get these individually, this would be a great choice. Okay, that's a nice heavy quality one too. I think you're going to be really happy with those. Okay, so anybody for the boxy octagonal ones or anybody for the geometric ones still in the sealed bag? Okay, Linda's in for second choice. Just put down a 6 and tell me which one or ones you want. Also, some people will have Mardi Gras beads dangling from their rear view mirror. That is super popular, both by locals and tourists. Christine, hello, hello. Happy Mardi Gras to you too. The one on your left, farthest away from your back door. Okay, these going to you. Look at the sparkle and twinkle on these. Okay. All right, so I've got one last of these special dozens still sealed in the package. You'll see it's got the classic mass manufactured beads, but it does have some special icon beads in there. Almost kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower, doesn't it? Okay, last call. Oh, they could be like a Christmas tree too. You know, they kind of sort of could. Kind of sort of could. And this one kind of looks Art Deco almost. Kind of like a, I don't know, palm or something. Okay, any interest in this? This is the last of the specialty dozen, and then I have the very best and last dozen. Okay, let me show you the last one I have. This one we're going to do for 12 because these are easily worth $1 a piece. Easily worth $1 a piece. And you will see why. These are holographic color changing beads. Do you see how from some angles they are purple? Some angles you will see blues. You will see greens. These are easily worth $1 each. So for this dozen, I am asking 12. 12. And this is the only set that I have like this. Also, the beads themselves have a beautiful turned, swirled pattern to them. So just the shape of the beads is beautiful, but also the coloration is spectacular. To get this kind of color changing on just a mass manufactured bead. So I thought about opening these up and selling them for the Belle's Bargain Bonanza, but I thought somebody is going to want these as a set of 12. So I thought, well, I better not break this open because I only have one, and once you unseal it, that's kind of it. Okay, any interest in these before we get to the individually sold strung beads? Really? I thought these were going to be so popular. It just shows I don't know. Okay, last call on these. I can't believe these aren't worth $1 each to y'all. Okay, we will pass. Pass, pass. Okay. Next, we're going to start out at $3 each. Well, that's why we have these auctions, so people can see things if they haven't seen before. Now, of the specialty beads, this is the only one that's going to be sold at the $3 price point. After this, everything is going to be at the $5 price point and then upwards. I'll show you what I like about this is it's braided. So pretty. I don't know how they do this, but it is braided. So when you're wearing it, I should have put it on a model, but I've got models. I've got other stuff on my models right now. You can see it's just going to hang beautifully, and you get all three colors. So when you're wearing this, people are like, oh, you've been to Happy Mardi Gras. balsam again later on BBB. Balsam? Okay, Lisa's in for 3. So purple, green, and gold are the official colors of Mardi Gras. So, which is what makes this bead so excellent. Up here, up close, you can probably see more of how it is somehow just braided and twisted. Yeah, you could wear 3 beads together, but they're just not going to have this braided, twisted kind of effect. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. That is okay. I know lots of people voice dictate. Okay, we are sold to Lisa. Lisa, how many of these would you like? I do have multiples of these. After this, there will be no more multiples. This is the last variety in which I have multiples, but I do have several. So let's see how many of these Miss Lisa wants. 1, okay. Here is 1 going to Lisa. Okay, anybody else? Okay, Renee's going to take 1 as well. Great. Here's 1 for Renee. Anybody else? Okay, now we're going to change the bidding to $5. $5. And these beads are all going to be strung. Okay, here is the first one. You'll see it's a classic purple, green, and gold. It's got gold spacers in between it. The beads are all faceted. And let me see if I can separate it just the slightest little bit to show you it's actually strung. Can y'all see it's actually strung? So that's why these are more expensive. They are harder to get and more expensive for the writers to also throw them to you. So that's going to be the first one. Here's the second one. This one is purple, green, and gold, but in between there are some pearls. Also, you'll see that there are bead caps as well in between them and spacer beads. And once again, these beads are strung. So I'll try to just show y'all a couple at a time so as not to overwhelm. Okay, anybody for $5? Might be better to back up the camera and do them up and down rather than side to side. I don't know. They're all long. Mardi Gras beads are just made long because there are no clasps and you throw them over your head. Well, all the more reason to keep watching so you can see new and different things. And who knows, sometime you and your husband might want to come down here, or we could do a little girls trip. We are all the time talking on the Southern Belle channel about how fun it would be to have a girls trip, or couples trip. Since I think other than me and Renee, everybody's married. Okay, we will pass on these two. Okay, next, these are pearls, but look what's in between the pearls. Louisiana is not known for oysters, so this side is the shell. Then you flip it over, and this side is the fabulous inside. So you get pearls, you get the oyster shell, which you flip over because we all know with necklaces, you flip it back and forth, especially those of us who have some curves, which is most of us these days. So that's going to be the first option. We'll call that one oyster. Second option has, once again, beautiful colors to it. The purple here, though, than purple. And I have no idea why, but these almost look like camels. And I have no idea why camels are on Mardi Gras beads, but for whatever reason, they are. So we're going to call this one camels. Let's see if I can get these to kind of sit up for y'all. That's going to be the next option. Third option, we've got these white beads, which are kind of pearls, and we've got crowns to them. For those of you who may not know, every parade has a king and a queen and a court, kind of like homecoming does. So that's why you'll see so many kings and queens and crowns and scepters in Mardi Gras items. So we'll make this one the third one. You can use code CROWN for this one. That's fantastic, Renee. We're going to have some with fleur-de-lis tonight, too. So once again, here's some close-ups of the oyster. This one with the camels, which has really beautiful beading. This one with the white pearls and the crowns. Hi, Danielle. Love the thumbnail. Such an ideal and perfect way of displaying Mardi Gras. Okay, last call on these beads. Okay, next one also has pearls, but this one has as well pearls and shells. This one also has some of arms. Coats of arms. So we'll use the word coat for that one, for the coat of arms. Next with kings and queens, also a lot of jesters. People will wear jesters hats, especially. So this one has beautiful big jesters. So anybody who wants to buy this one, we're going to use code Jester because these are all going to be buy it now. This next has purple, green, and gold, but there are also A, B crystal. I'm hoping y'all are able to see them. Can you see them gleam and glow all the colors? The crystal beads are just gorgeous. They really make this a stunning piece, and they are faceted. Okay, so if anybody is interested in that one, you can use the AB term. Oh, that's high praise. Come in, Danielle. So nice of Brandon to help out when Danielle was having some computer problems, and I can't wait to see what Danielle comes up with us on this next week. Now, I saw somebody mention cakes. That gives a little cake. It is kind of like a sweet roll Danish that looks like a racing loop, and it's often filled with fillings. And it is topped with purple, green, and gold sugar. But the best part is it has a little baby inside. Yes, it's a plastic little baby, and you have very carefully and very dainty, very southern, so that you don't accidentally swallow it. But who gets the baby in the next king cake party, or if it's at the office or at school, you just bring the next king cake. So this Mardi Gras bead has these little babies, but instead of being the normal little nude color, they're in this upscale silver. So for one, it will be code baby. Next, we were talking fleur de lis. Got 4 fleur de lis. And if you're interested in that one, you can use code FLEUR. This one is a mod to fall. It is wide cascade of beads on it. So code baby, code football. Looking for 5Oh no. Okay, hopefully y'all can see and hear me. I have no idea what happened. I am so sorry for the delay. Okay, so our choices are the necklace with the king cake babies in it. Here's the little king cake babies in it. The fleur-de-lis. Or this one with the footballs. So $5. Those are the code words to use. Any interest in these three? Okay, we're going to pass on these three now. Okay, this next one is all shells, but it has these beautiful purple, green, and gold bows. It's going to kind of take up the whole screen. So if you're interested in this one, wait, do I have it backwards? I do have it backwards. I have the bows backwards. Sorry. There we go. And of course, the necklace cascades down. Purple, green, and gold. So if you're interested in this one, since it's made of all shell beads, you can use the code BOW, B-O-W, for this one. Okay, next I have several with fleur-de-lis, but this one is my favorite fleur-de-lis because it is purple, green, and gold. It's on a beautiful white background. You can tell the medallion is still encased in plastic. You know, if you were going to wear just one bead with a plain shirt for Mardi Gras, this would be it. If you were going to dangle just one bead from your rear view mirror, this would be ideal. It is the colors synonymous with Mardi Gras, and it is the noted icon. So if anybody's interested in this one, you could put the code icon. Okay, next, let's do a few more at a time. Okay, also with some fleur-de-lis on it, but this one has a medallion at the bottom. It says, "Throw me something, mister. Happy Mardi Gras." And some of you may be saying, wait, why is there a ladder? Is there some kind of construction going on? I'm confused. Well, at Mardi Gras, kids can't see. Now, in the olden days, parents would like hold them up on their shoulders, but parents get tired, and sometimes parents would tip over, especially if they had had an adult beverage. So they started constructing these little kiddie seats. Do you see how it's a seat on top? And putting them on top of ladders. And this is where kids sit so that they can see the floats. So that's going to be the first choice. You've got fleur-de-lis and the throw me something, mister. So if you're interested in this one, we'll use term mister. Next, more fleur-de-lis. These are black and kind of a champagne color. Because fleur-de-lis are everywhere down here. Next, our state flower is the magnolia. And here is a pink magnolia. And there's also some more magnolias right here. This one is strung in my two favorite colors, pink and purple. So you can use code Magnolia for that one. Oh, good night, Brandon. Thanks for coming, sweetheart. So code Mr., code Champagne for the champagne colored fleur-de-lis, and code Magnolia. Okay, Lisa's in for 5. Which one or ones are you buying, Lisa? Okay. All right, she's going for the Magnolia. All right. Sold, sold, sold to Lisa. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if Lisa posts a picture of a what I bought at auction or a video telling all about how she got some Mardi Gras beads all the way up in the cold, frozen, snowy tundra of Michigan. And just look at the beautiful iridescence on this. These are so pretty. Oh, for your mommy. I love how you treat your mommy. You are so sweet. Okay, anybody else for the other two? All right. Next, I have two that are still sealed. You know, masks are part of the quintessential New Orleans experience. So this one, you can tell, is a mask on a bead. Okay, Renee's going for the icon. Let me get that back out. Okay, here it is, Renee. All right, now I have one other that's still sealed. Look at this beautiful mask. It's got the quintessential purple, green, and gold on it. Here's the back. You can see that the beads are also purple, green, and gold that suspend it. And it almost looks like rays of sunshine. And I have to tell you that most of the sunburns I've had have been standing at parades, catching. Because I'm not a beach person. So therefore, Mardi Gras is one of the few times that I will brave the sun's rays. And no matter how much sunscreen I put on, you just sweat it off over the course of the day. Okay, Linda, let me know which mask you want. Whether we'll call this one number 1 and we'll call this one number 2. Number 1 or number 2? Well, they're kind of both gold. The face. Okay. This is a beautiful choice. Okay. Thank you so much. Anybody else for the other mask? All right. And then I'm going to show one last bead. It is the best, nicest, and fanciest bead of the entire show. So for this one particular bead, I'm going to ask $10. $10. And you will see why. This is not a bead that is tossed out. This is the kind of bead that is sold at souvenir shops. Okay. And why is it not tossed out? Because it has porcelain faces on it. You can't toss out anything with metal or porcelain from a float, but you can buy it in the souvenir shops. So that's why you will see these beads are different. You've got porcelain faces and masks, and here's the back of it. And you've got not one, but two, but three. So that's why this one is going to have to be $10. We had some guests when my mother was still alive, and she was willing to let them stay with us. And as a thank you gift, when they were going to the souvenir um, shops, they picked this because they thought it was upscale and dainty and beautiful porcelain. And she tried to say, no, no, you take that home as a souvenir. And they just wouldn't have it. So they didn't know what to bring as a hostess gift. They thought, well, we'll just find something while we're there and leave her with a hostess gift. And this is the gift. So she kept it for years and years and years. It is super old. It is not new. It is antique. I don't know if they even make uh, any Mardi Gras, even souvenir collectible beads with porcelain anymore. Oh, and Linda says, I have Christmas ornaments with faces like those. That is amazing. And if you look even just at the headdress, look at the beautiful fan on top. Look at the eyes, the eyebrows, the painted mouths. This is truly a work of art. Even if you just took this off the necklace and put a magnet on the back, it would be a amazing magnet. Okay, last call on this. Now, speaking of magnets, we're going to head into our second Belle's Bargain Bonanza, and we're going to have some fleur-de-lis magnets. So we're going to start these off at $1. And this is what it looks like. This is the magnet on the back. Let me give y'all a measurement on these. They measure 3 inches by 2 inches, 3 by 2. So if you want a little French culture to invade your refrigerator, your freezer, your dishwasher, washer, dryer, or you just want a little memory of the Southern Belle channel. So whether you think of it as a channel icon or whether you think of it as just a nod to all things en français, and Linda says, I also have magnets and the master just hung on the walls like those too. Nice. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is Belle's Bargain Bonanza. So looking for $1. Linda's at $1. Anybody want to go up to $1.50? It's like a little piece of Southern Belle in your home. Lisa's also in for $1. Anybody want to go up to $1.50? We've got one looking for $1.50. Oh, it would be a nice memory. Well, it doesn't have to be a memory, it's an ongoing alliance and friendship. Masks, okay, I'll show some masks after this. I've got both some ready to wear, some antique masks. Oh, I'd like to taste one too. It is so not in my budget to be able to afford to buy one, but I so wish that I could afford one. Well, let's count this down and we'll see who wants one and how many. That's okay, sweetheart. That's okay. I liked it either way. I knew what you meant. Well, since you've lived part of your time down in the South, you seem to know what I mean. And since you live a lot of your time up north, you seem to know what Lisa means. Lisa and I have this ongoing Southern versus Northern thing. And she always says, I just can't talk Southern. And I said, well, clearly I'm misunderstanding Northern. Oh, and apparently Linda can talk both Southern and Northern. Okay, let's see who wants how many. I'll show you how many I have. I have one, two, three, four, and five. That's it. I just have five. Okay, so one is going to Linda and one is going to Lisa. Anybody else? Three more remain. Okay, one's going to Renee. Okay, last call on the last two. Otherwise, we will save them for those who watch the replay. Okay, just two left for you replay watchers. Okay, let's look at some masks. Okay, let me show you the mass manufactured ones first. You can see mass manufactured, and you'll see these are glittery and they have some details around the eyes. There's a flower. So that's the first option in black. I also have some in hot pink. We're going to start these at $5. So whether you use them for a costume party, for Halloween, for just a hot anniversary night, the choice is yours. I should clarify. Ooh, this is going to be juicy. Linda says, I should clarify, I was born and raised here in Michigan, but I've spent a lot of my time down south on vacation, staying with family and friends for months at a time down south. My southern accent comes out when I get mad, though. You know, I feel like when I am tired, my southern accent comes out more. And when I'm like trying to be professional, I can hold it back a little bit better. But y'all can probably tell me more than I can tell on myself. And Lisa says, so Linda, you're a fluent speaking Southern and Northern. I think you mean proficient. Yes, it does spell. Okay. So looking for $5 for either of these masks. And you'll see they have a stretchy band to them. So if you want to be a little incognito, I have 3 in black and only 1 in pink. So instead of the masked singer, you could be the masked YouTuber. Okay, any interest? All right, we will pass on these then. Let's go to the ones that are artistically handmade. Here is the first one. You can see it is adorned with all kinds of tinsels and garlands. It has beautiful designs and glitter. It's got some tassels on the side. This is the back. It looks like it must have been handmade. And you can see it's got some kind of a hanger here to hang it. And this has been hanging in my mother's house at least 10 years. It is not new by far. So I'm going to start this one at 15. 15. This is stuff you're not going to get to see or bid on other channels, just like you're not going to get an authentic Mardi Gras on other channels. So I am so glad y'all are joining me for this once a year special marketplace. Okay, Linda wanted the black. Okay, here's a black one going to Linda. So when Linda wants to have a little video chat but doesn't want to throw on some makeup, she can just throw on her mask for us. Oh, that's one of the great things about being on Discord. We're not going to say, oh, wait, why is Linda wearing a mask? We'll say, oh, she's just celebrating, just masquerading. The things you can get by with on my channel that you can't get by with on other channels or other Discords. Okay, any interest on the mask? Oh, I should go ahead and show y'all the other one, and then it can be for choice. Okay, let me set this one to the side, and I'll show you the other one. Here is the other one. This one was gifted to my dad, although I think it could be worn by a man or a woman. This one is actually meant to be worn, by the way. And you'll see it is beautifully gilded. Here's the outline to it. This one is meant to be worn. Now, it does have a hanger if you want to hang it as decoration. Here is the tie device in case you want to wear it. Now, my dad had it hanging up, as you can probably see. He never actually wore it, but there are eye and nose holes in case you do want to wear it. And with the way the strings are, you could just tie it to whatever distance you want to. So, but like I said, he had it on display. No charge for that little bit of dust, but this is beautifully crafted. So $15 for choice. Makeup, what's that? Well, that is mighty fine. I have no problem with people ordering from the replay, even if you watch live. So lots of people will do that. They'll look at everything before they decide. Now, if somebody buys it while you're still looking and debating, hey, I can't help that. Okay, last call on these two. Okay, we gently set these aside. All right. Let's go to some drinkware. Now, I've got these long sleeves of cups don't drink alone in New Orleans. So even if you're just having water or lemonade, tea, when you're on the parade route, it is bad manners to drink in front of everybody. So they make these huge sleeves of Mardi Gras cups. You will see they say Mardi Gras right here. And you get an entire 25 pack. 25 pack gobelets en plastique. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm reading to y'all in French. So for an entire 25 pack, $5. $5. Oh, I love it when y'all watch the replay. That boosts my numbers, especially when y'all leave comments or even an emoji counts as a comment. So a 25 pack of plastic Mardi Gras cups, $5. So if you want to host a little Mardi Gras party, here you go. Or I've seen some people across the country, they'll have a little Mardi Gras party and they'll use this as their favors. And inside, they'll put a couple of beads and whatnot, tie it up in a pretty little sack, and this will be their party favor. Okay, last call on these. All right, let's go for something more adult in nature. We don't say that very often on the Southern Belle channel. I am not endorsing anything you might put in these little glasses. I am not. I would, in fact, suggest you use them for dipping sauces or for water. However, let your conscience be your guide. Don't drink and drive. Hmm. So we're going to say these are tiny glasses because I'm pretty sure this word before glasses is on my no list for YouTube. So we're going to call these Mardi Gras tiny glasses. And you get 60 in here. And I'm going to start this at $6. $6 for 60. Jenny, so great to see you. Happy Mardi Gras. So $6 for a 60 ounce of these tiny glasses. Once again, I'm suggesting water or dipping sauces. Don't drink and drive. Okay, any interest? You could also use these for jello, for pudding, for other small desserts. I've even seen some chilled soup served in these. So the chilled soup of New Orleans is usually vichy soie, which is a potato and leek cold soup. Okay, we will pass on these then. Okay, I also have these tall glasses. I'm pretty sure I have this word also on the blocked list. We're going to call them purple, green, and gold tall glasses. Renee. Although I don't think mods will get in trouble with no words, but I know that people in the chat, when I have a word on the no list, won't be able to use those words. So we'll call these tall glasses, Renee. And we're going to go with $5 for a 10 pack. So these are like 50 cents each. Party Essentials, and they are 2-ounce glasses, 2-ounce glasses, and they are in purple, green, and gold, of course, for Mardi Gras. Just trying not to get in trouble with the YouTube algorithm. I hope you've been well, Joni. So glad to see you. So $5 for a pack of 10 of these taller glasses. Okay, last call on these. And you could use these for other holidays too. They don't say Mardi Gras, they're just purple, green, and gold. Okay, next I have 2 packages of these available. These are drink stirrers, and you'll see half are purple and half are green. It's an 18 pack. I'm going to start these at $2. Now, do you have to use it as a drink stir? No. If you wanted to use these as skewers, you could. If you wanted to put these in cupcakes, you could. So lots of other things that you could do with these. You might also have some crafty things. Might could use it as a plant stake. So, because this is the bottom of it. So 18 pack of drink stirrer. Okay, we're gonna pass on this. Next, I want to show you a scarf. I only have one of these, and once again, it is a quintessential scarf from a souvenir shop. It's something you could only get down here. I'm going to have to start this one at $10. It's got some of the most beautiful masks ever. Let me get it this way. That way you can see the word Mardi Gras is written not backwards. And just look at the beautiful design to it. And it's got a cream colored background. Beautiful masks. And you'll see it's a subtle stripe as well. Let me put it this way so you can see the stripe and you can see the shine and sheen to it. You could also use it as a table decoration. This would look gorgeous with solid green shirt, solid gold, solid purple, even just on a cream shirt. All of a sudden it becomes Mardi Gras, but not like a cheap Mardi Gras, an upscale, elegant Mardi Gras. So $10. Buy it now. And I can guarantee nobody else is selling Mardi Gras fancy scarves. This is the only scarf I have. Okay. Next, I've got just one centerpiece. And here it is. Let me back up. This is one of these centerpiece that has all the little arms, and you pull it down and you arrange it this way. Now, when I ship it to you, I'm going to push it all together so that it doesn't take up so much room. But these arms just come down and you can arrange it however you want to. Y'all have probably seen these before. They are purple, green, and gold. They've got awesome little stars on them. So this centerpiece is going to be $10. It's a one and done. I only have one. Okay, looking for $10 for the centerpiece. I want to make sure that everybody, um, if you're watching on a computer, is on live chat, not top chat, so that you know that if you're on top chat, your own comments will be at the top. And live chat, it gives you an accurate representation. If you're on a phone, make sure you're on all chat and make sure your red line is pulled all the way forward. Okay, I still didn't see the price for this arrangement. It was $10 though. Okay. I also have some of these garlands. These are going to be $3. And these are just green and gold, so you can use them for other things too, but they're in these beautiful curly cues. And my mother would just add these to everything. And so, but you could use them for other holidays as well, because with gold and green, they're going to go with everything. Also, these are my Baylor colors, gold and green. So $3 for those garlands. Okay. Next, let me show you some antiques. First, I'm going to start with this sweet little baby. She is a baby jester. She has a porcelain face that just melts your heart. Look at those sweet little eyes. And her feet and hands are plush. It is just her face that is porcelain. I'm going to start this one at $12 because of her being antique and the porcelain face. $12. This is the only one I have that has a porcelain face and stuffed hands and feet. All of the rest are also going to have porcelain hands and feet coming up. So this one's going to be a little less expensive. And these are all going to be antiques that my mother collected. Thank you for the fleur de lis of encouragement, Lisa. You know, I don't often sell antiques, but this is one of the few occasions that I do. Oh, good night, Linda, and good night, Joni. Okay, we're going to pass on this. Now we're going to go up to 15. Here is the next one. You'll see this porcelain face. And also you will see it has porcelain hands. And you will see porcelain legs and shoes. Oh, and there's a little bit of chip. You can hardly see a bit of chip. So this one is going to be 15. 15. Because when it's sitting down, you can't even see the tiny little chip on the side of the shoe. So I can tilt it a little bit more towards the camera. Okay, any interest in this antique? All right, we're going to pass on this. Now we're going to go up to the $20 price point, and this is going to be for choice. Mother had one of these in blue and one of these in pink. Not only do you get the porcelain jester doll, porcelain face, porcelain hands, porcelain feet, but you also get the stand. It includes the stand. So $20 for choice. You can choose the pink or the blue, and it comes with the stand. Okay, last call on these. Next, I've got this cute little jester dog. It's still new with tags, although he is super old. I'm sure my mother's had him at least 15, 20 years. She just kept the tag on him and had him displayed. We're going to start this one at $10. $10 for Jester Dog. Super cute. Okay, passing on that, I want to show you the oldest and most expensive relic of the night. My mother collected these. These we're going to start at $50 for choice. They have porcelain faces. They have porcelain hands. Their feet have these little gestures on them. You can probably already hear it because I tested it to make sure it works. It's also a music box. Here's the crank right here. And you'll see it's also animated. Let me crank it up for y'all. Yes, $50. Because one, it is vintage. Two, it is porcelain. Three, it is musical. Four, it is motion and movable. And fifth, because it is incredibly sentimental. So those are the 5 reasons that it is $50. And it plays the music of the song Send in the Clowns. And Send in the Clowns was written by Stephen Sondheim. I do not own the rights to this music. Thank you so much, Mr. Sondheim, for composing this lovely tune. And like I said, my mother collected these. So she had these in several colors. Once again, they are all in working order. And I will tell you, these are listed for hundreds of dollars. So while I don't normally sell $50 items, in comparison to how these are listed on other sites or those channels that sell specifically vintage, you will see these listed for much, much, much more. And last but not least, she also had one in burgundy. And I'll show you once again, still works. These are just works of art. So some are dolls, but these are the only ones that are musical and in motion. And this is the kind of stuff that my mother just adored. She grew up playing with dolls with porcelain faces. And so, as an adult, when she realized that there were Mardi Gras collectibles that also had aspects of dolls, she kind of gravitated toward that once she moved down here to New Orleans with my dad and started having kids. This was kind of how she treated herself. Oh, I don't have her sitting up. There we go. So I think this is going to end our auction tonight. Hopefully there'll be some people watching this back who will find some lovely items. And if not, I got a chance to share some of my culture with y'all. And just being able to share that was a delight. And y'all made my Mardi Gras joyful. So I say, laissez bon temps, play. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life, roll in your heart,